Hello and welcome to Pandora's Tarot. This is a reading for the sign of Aries for the month of May. Welcome everyone. Please remember to check your rising and your moon sign because that will give you more information, as I always say, for the energies that will unfold throughout the month. And of course, this is a general reading. So if you like a private one, so about a more specific matter, you can contact me at pandorastarot@gmail.com. The email address is in the box below this video, so you can just copy paste from there. Okay, Aries, let's start with this reading right here. You have in the challenge position the Death card in reverse. Now, the Death card is a card, I always say, it doesn't really represent death. It talks about change. It talks about transformation. Death as a stage of moving from one phase of your life to the next one, right? It's death more in a Buddhist sense of the concept of death, not as an ending. Now, being in the reverse and in the challenge position, the focus of your month, Aries, is going to be let this change in. Okay, I feel like you have been stalling regarding this change. Okay, that you have been trying to delay things. Perhaps you're a little bit scared or afraid of change, which is completely logical. It happens to all of us. We're all afraid of change. But either you have been stalling or someone has, sort of stopped you from your progress into, transforming into the next person that you need to be, okay? Because it is a card of transformation. So the focus for your month is going to be get out of this situation of being stuck, okay? Whether it is by your own choice or because you finally find a way to get around the issues, the blocks, the people who are blocking you from actually moving forward, going from this to this. Okay, in the center of the reading you have yet again another reverse card. I believe you are, usually I don't get so many reverse cards in this general readings, and you are having many of them. That's an interesting thing. It could talk about energies not really flowing the way they should, or it could be talking also as things are working with a lot of delay, and that also affects you in terms that you perhaps are a much more action taker in terms of you're a fire sign. Okay, so patience and working towards getting out of the situation is definitely a lesson for this month. Going back to the reading, you have in the center of the reading, like I said, the Four of Swords in reverse. In reverse, this is a card that talks about getting out there, getting out to the world, because when we see it in the upright, this is someone who is resting, who is meditating, who is healing. Also, it could be that you have been going through a period of illness, okay, and you have healed, but you are afraid of going back out there to the world. Perhaps you felt, someone broke your heart. That's another thing, another way of being hurt, of course. And you have been avoiding the fact that perhaps it's time for going out again, maybe try to go out on a date, or just hanging out with friends, not being so secluded in your own home, So this is a card for you to start moving forward, to get out of your comfort zone and get out of your seclusion, okay? Because it feels like you have been sort of really dwelling in your own loneliness, and it's time to get out of that. You have healed, and it is really the moment for you to move forward. In the position of the things you can change, you have the Wheel of Fortune. And Wheel of Fortune talks about fated events, things that are beyond our control. So, and also it comes up in the position of the things you cannot change. So it has like a double meaning, this fated events. Whatever, whether it is that perhaps, I got this vibe also of perhaps if you have been unemployed for quite some time and you start to feel like, or you have been wanting to change your job and you feel like you can't do it because you're not qualified enough, or you perhaps you feel like you're too old to be changing your jobs, or it's a month for you to get out there. Okay, same thing whether you went through a breakup. Okay, it's the month for you to get out there. And also, going back to the Wheel of Fortune, the card, it's telling us that this process that you went through, it was part of your destiny. Okay, it was a lesson you needed to learn. And now that you have learned the lesson, don't, the situations that we go through in our lives are lessons. Okay, but you can't keep dwelling in the lesson once you have learned it. Okay, this moving forward is also in the cards, so it's also part of your destiny. Don't keep delaying it. In the position of the things you are going to receive as help, an interesting card, because we have the Six of Swords in the reverse. Six of Swords in the reverse means that this not moving forward that you have been doing actually helps you in terms that makes you wiser. Okay, and it also has to do with divine timing. This this delaying of change, again, was a good thing because it allowed you to put you in the place where you should be according to your destiny. Okay, it puts you in your right place. And another thing with this card is when it is in the upright, you see a family that is moving from darker and more turbulent waters towards calmer waters. So the fact that you have stayed, and up until the middle of May, I believe you're going to be staying into this more turbulent waters. It's a compliment to you. It's a statement of your own endurance and your own capacity for fighting. But once you've learned that, again, move forward. I've said it like a million times in this reading. I'm gonna keep saying it. And in the final cards, we have a much brighter ending for the month of May. First of all, you have the Knight of Cups. This is someone who could belong to the water signs. So it could be Pisces, Scorpio, or missing one. Let me see. Oh, Cancer, of course. So the Knight of Cups, this is someone who could be related to the arts, could be related. This is someone who knows how to express feelings. Okay, so I usually say this type of people are poets or artists. It could be they're also therapists. People who know how to express the feelings of the water with words, and they're very articulate in that manner. They're not harsh when they say things. This Knight of Cups, the most important thing is that it's extending out a cup to you. So there is an offer coming your way by the end of May. It could be a job offer. Usually this represents someone declaring their love to you. So it could be that someone tells you that they love you, or they ask you out. You finally get out on a date and it turns out it's great. And here's the interesting thing. Next to the extending cup of the Knight of Cups, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So, and it's also a hand coming out of the clouds, So the Ace of Pentacles, of course, represents new resources coming your way. So it could be money, could be someone's help, this person's help, could be this person. Say you're looking for a new job. This is someone who lends you their contacts or introduce you to someone. There are resources or it could be someone's love. That's a way of nourishing ourselves. You know, it is a way of resource. I know it sounds a bit cold, but it is. So this resource coming your way, it's not only a good thing because it allows you to understand that it was indeed time to get out of the situation, but the Ace of Pentacles also works as a seed. This is something you plant and by the end of the month of May, and that you will need to care for it and, you know, nourish it, so when eventually it will blossom and it will be giving you big results. Okay, so there's the beginning, you know, the end of a phase, and really the beginning of a new one by the end of May. So I hope, Aries, this is helpful. I want to thank everyone who watches and likes and comments my videos. Thank you for spending your time with me. I'll see you next month.